My name is Nicola. I am from the team here at Podia, and we're going to talk through getting your email list set up, building your newsletter, and setting up some basic automations in your Podia account. Your email list is one of the best tools you have to stay connected to your audience, and that's because your messages land right in the inbox of the people who want to hear from you and your business. And that's really cool because a lot of other channels, you're competing with algorithms or with sponsored content or just other people's content. But when you're sending an email to someone directly, you're not out there fighting for attention. So it can be a really great tool just for staying in touch with the people in your business. Everything you see today, you can do in Podia. So all Podia plans come with all email marketing features. If you are on a mover plan, your plan includes 100 subscribers, Shaker includes 500 subscribers, and Earthquaker includes 1,000 subscribers. You can also upgrade at any time if you want to add on more. If you do not have an account yet, you can do everything you see today on a free trial of Podia. We will drop that link in the video description if you're watching the replay. And the trial also has space for 100 subscribers, so you can start building your list before you even sign up, which is pretty cool. So for today's example, we're going to work on a sample business I have about hiking with your dog. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. So this is a business called Dog Days. It's about hiking, camping, adventuring with your dog. This is all built in Podia. We've got a simple homepage here with just a big photo section and a little about my business section. Then at the top here, I've got some products. Now, this business has 2 digital downloads for sale and 2 courses for sale. This business also has a community. So someone can join this paid plan or join for free. And this business runs a retreat. So this is an in-person, multi-day retreat that people can sign up for. So I've got a landing page for that as well. Oh, and I've got a blog. So I share blog posts. And for this business, the main way I reach new customers is through sharing blog content that then gets found when someone's searching Google for the types of topics I write about. So that's kind of how I'm bringing new people in the door for this. Now, you'll notice though, as we're clicking around, there's not really any way to get on my email list. There's no email sign up form, there's no freebie or way to bring people into a newsletter. So that's what we're going to set up first. I'm going behind the scenes in Podia. If you don't have a Podia account, this is what the kind of back end of Podia looks like. You can click around in here to edit your website, your products, create events, things like that. In just a minute, we're going to be hanging out in this email tab. This is where you'll make your newsletters and your automations. But before we do that, we're going to set up some of our kind of core settings here. You'll probably only need to do this once when you first get started with email, but it's nice to just make sure everything is configured the way you like. So I've clicked on settings, and in the settings gear, there is an email icon here, a little email option. So that's where we're going to go first. Now, in order to send email, you do need to have a mailing address added in. This is a rule for sending email on any platform. This is a anti-spam and compliance law, not a Podia rule. So you'll need to make sure you have your mailing address put in there to make sure your sending is compliant. You can also customize the default sender. So when you do send an email, what is it going to show up in their inbox? It'll say it came from, by default, the name of your business, but you could change this. I could say Nicola from Dog Days. And I can also change the default email address if I have a custom domain. Podia does give you the option to connect your own custom domain. Right now, I'm just using a free Podia subdomain, but if I had a custom domain, I could connect that. And then I could follow the steps. If I click this button, it'll take me through how to connect a custom email sending domain. But for now, for my purposes of just getting this newsletter up and running, this is going to work perfectly for me. I'm going to click save. Then I've got a few options for how people can enter my list. The first is this email subscription option, and I'm clicking edit. Now you've got two choices here. When someone signs up for a product, I can choose to either automatically subscribe them to my email list, or I can give them the option to check a box that says they would like to be added to my email list. Now I'll show you, I'm going to click back over to the live site here. If I click on one of these products and I go to purchase it, this is how it's going to look if I have it set to where they will automatically be added as a subscriber. But if I change this to opt in, let me click save. Now they're going to see this checkbox that says, I agree to receive marketing emails from Dog Days. Now you can customize this if you want. That is a text you can customize, and you can choose what you prefer. If you would rather give people that option up front, or if you would like everyone who buys a product, signs up for a free product to be added to your list. So that's an option you've got there. I'm going to leave automatic subscription on for mine. The other option you've got here is the email double opt-in. And this one, I recommend leaving the double opt-in on because it's going to help you fight against spammy emails. If someone comes through and just puts a bunch of random emails into your sign up form, this is going to help prevent them from actually making it into your account. So it's helpful for just keeping things tidy. Again, for most people, I do recommend doing this. All this means is when someone signs up for your email list, they will get an email to their email address that they put in, and it will say, hey, double checking, just wanted to confirm your subscription. They will click confirm, and then they will be on the list. So it's that extra step that makes sure the people on your list really, really want to be there. So I'm going to keep double opt-in on and press save. You've got a few other little options in here. For example, if you do use a different email tool, we have integrations. You can do everything in Podia, though. This is more for people who, if they already have a setup with another product, they can do that. You can choose what kind of tracking your email will do. For example, if you do not want to track who opened broadcasts and campaigns, you can toggle that off. But for most people, keeping this on is going to give you some really valuable data, so it is helpful. This will show who opened each broadcast, who clicked each link. So I'm going to leave that on. And then if you do choose to embed an email form on a different website, like if you use WordPress for your website, you can grab a little bit of code that will allow you to put an email sign up form for Podia email on a third-party website. So that's just a little tour in here. For your first setup, I would say the only thing you really need to do is this email subscription and email opt-in, these two options here. Go through and pick your preferences, and that's going to get you pretty well set up for the next step. Okay, so we have got our settings configured here. And the first thing we want to do is give people who land on our website a way to actually join the email list. And to do that, we're going to go into the website tab. And I'm going to click on my home page. And then I'm going to scroll down. Podia's website builder is point and click. That means you can click anywhere on this little plus sign to add a new website section. I clicked the plus sign, and now we are going to choose the email form website section. You've got a lot of different templates here. You can do like a more sleek. I was trying to say streamline and sleek at the same time. Or you can do something with a picture. We're going to do this one with this photo next to the text. And then you can either add your own photo or search Unsplash. Let's see what comes up if I do a dog on a hike. This one looks nice. And then we're going to customize our copy here a little bit because you do want to entice someone to join your list. Most people are not going to just get on an email list for fun because people are getting a lot of email, right? So you want to make sure you're kind of bringing them in, you're making it sound really appealing for them to get on your list. They're excited about what you're going to share with them. I've got a little explanation of what's included. And then I'm going to send weekly tips, gear picks, and stories for you and your hiking dog. I'm saying up front, When you join, you're getting a weekly email. I'll share tips, stories, and then I go into more detail here. We'll send you trail recommendations, packing tips, real stories, so they know what they're signing up for and it's exciting for them. Scroll on down and you can choose what this button says. You can say sign me up. You can say join the newsletter, whatever you want on this button. And you can also customize this subtext here underneath the email field. Now I'm going to toggle right here to add the name field. I want to capture their name and their email address. And now when someone goes and puts in their name and email, they'll click sign up. I can also choose what happens next. By default, I can show them a message that says, thanks for subscribing. Check your inbox for a confirmation email. I could add to that or change it. But you can also choose to redirect people to a page or a URL. A lot of people will set up a thank you page. And once someone clicks join for the newsletter, they will redirect to their thank you page. And there you can say, thanks for joining. Here's what to expect. Here are some products you might like. You can even give a coupon or a discount code on that page only as an incentive for people who might want to buy one of your products. But for now, we're going to just leave this success message here. We've got our name field. So let's go up to the design tab. I want this image to be about the same height as the text. Change that size. Now, if you are new to Podia and you're seeing me use the website builder thinking, how does that work? We actually have a video that goes deep dive into the website builder itself. That's over on our YouTube channel, and that will walk you through like what you can do in the content versus the design tab. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna hit publish. And now when I go to my homepage, I have got this sign up form where people can sign up for my email list. They can get my newsletter. And when they put in their name and email, they'll click sign me up. Then they are going to end up right here inside my audience tab. This is where I can see all the people who are in my business. I can see anyone who's bought a product, anyone who has signed up for my email list right here in this contacts area. And we're going to do a deeper dive on this in just a minute, but I want to show you one other way that you can get some people into your business. So this on its own is pretty cool. I can, get people's name and email address and they can get my weekly tips. But an option that a lot of people do that is very successful at building an email list is something called a free lead magnet. What this means is that you are giving away a little teeny tiny free product, maybe a checklist or a workbook or a small ebook or even a video for free in exchange for someone joining your list. So here's how you can set that up in Podia. We're going to go to our products tab right here. And the free lead magnet option is available for downloads. So I'm going to click new product and choose download. But I've already got one set up that I've been working on. So we're going to click into this weekend pup pack guide for stress-free dog adventures. This is a download. And when I click the little pencil to edit it, you can see I've got my file here. This is where you'll put the actual file itself. I can add a name and an image and a description for my product. Remember, this is going to be a freebie, so this is going to be a smaller product in your business that you give away for free. Then in the pricing tab, I can actually choose free email delivery. And this is going to put my download into lead magnet mode. This is going to show just that same email sign up form that you saw on the newsletter form. And when someone puts in their email and clicks subscribe or clicks get the download, they will automatically get an email with that file delivered right to their inbox, and they'll be added to my email list. And now we're going to publish this product. And I want to put this on my website somewhere where it's very easy for people to find, for them to see, ooh, I want that free thing. They put in their name, put in their email address, get on my list, and they get the free download. So in this business, I am trying to grow my audience through my blog. I want people who come to my blog and read my articles to have a clear way to get onto my email list. So to do that, we're going to hop back into the website builder. And in Podia, you can actually customize the blog post template that all your blog posts will use. You'll create your blog post down here in the blog tab, and they will all populate using whatever settings you choose in this blog post template right here. So that means if I add a free lead magnet to my blog post template, that's going to appear on every single blog post on my site. I want to add this free lead magnet to the bottom of this blog post and every other blog post on my site. So anyone who comes to my website can find it and they can get my freebie. I'm going to click this plus sign right here. And for the lead magnet, we added it as a product. I'm clicking products. I'm going to click this little template with just one product. And we're going to choose the weekend pup pack. And look, it's going to pull in our title, our description, and instead of a buy now button, we have got this email field down here. I'm going to turn on the name field again. That's in your content tab. You can scroll down, turn on the name fields. And then let's make this a tall. We're going to change the shape a little bit. And then we can give it a different background color if we want. Make it stand out from the rest of the blog post. Okay. So now anytime anyone clicks on a blog post on my site, so let's look at this one. At the very bottom, they're going to have this free email lead magnet. And if someone signs up for it, they'll be added to my email list and I can send them newsletters and automations in the future. The other thing that'll happen is they'll put in their name, they'll put in their email, they'll push this button, and then the actual file that I set up is going to go straight to their inbox. So that's a really nice way to one, grow your list, but two, also share what you know and demonstrate the quality of your products and your work to someone who's new to your business. Because if you can really wow them with a freebie, their thought process is going to be, oh my goodness, what does their paid stuff look like if their free stuff is this good? You can really make this a great sales tool for the paid products in your business. Now there are two clear pathways someone can take to get onto my email list. Option one, they can sign up here. Option two, they can click into any blog post and get the freebie here at the bottom. When people do that, when they go into my email list, one of those two paths, they are going to show up in this audience tab. You'll see a few different designations here under email marketing. Subscribed is someone who has signed up for your email list. They are subscribed. You can email them. Good to go. Not subscribed is someone who has either they were on your list and they have unsubscribed. Unconfirmed just means they still need to click that button in their email. And I can come over here and resend the confirmation email if someone is not confirmed, just to remind them. Now, in this audience tab, you can filter people based on who has what product. So I can say, I want to see only the people who have the weekend pup pack, that freebie. And there's two people. And I can filter other ways too, like who has spent a certain amount of money with my business, who's registered for an event. This is also where I can send a chat message to an individual in my business. I can import customers into my business, and I can even create a new contact if I have made a connection with someone and they've told me they want to be added. Okay, so now that we have our list, and this is going to be filling up with people who are signing up through my website, it's time to send our first email. So I clicked on the email tab here. And in Podia, there are two main types of emails you can send. A broadcast is a one-time email that you can send to whoever you choose, anyone in your business who has opted in to get emails from you. And it that email will go to everyone at the same time. So I can say, okay, August 1st, I'm sending this email to everyone on my list. A campaign is a series of emails that will run whenever an individual person takes an action in your business. So for this one, if Robert signs up for my course on July 25th, he will get email one when he signs up, and email two a few days later, email three a few days later. If I sign up on a different day, I'll get email one the day I sign up, and so on and so forth. So broadcast is what you'll use for your newsletter. And I'm going to click New Broadcast. We'll call this Newsletter 2. And we're going to do just a little like summer hiking email to my newsletter. You can add a subject line and a preview text. A preview text is going to show up under the subject line in most email inboxes. And then I can choose to filter who receives this email newsletter. Maybe I only want to send this to people who are registered for my retreat that's coming up. Or maybe I only want to send this to people who have a certain product or who were last seen in the last 90 days. You can customize that. And the cool thing is with Podia, all of these filters are built in for you and they're automatically updated for you. So you don't have to go in and manually figure out how long people have been in your business. Podia will keep track of that. You can just choose who you want to send a message to, and it will automatically work with whoever meets your criteria. Now for the newsletter, I can choose a previous email as a starting point, or I can choose from one of Podia's pre-made templates. There's a lot to choose from in here, and you can customize the colors and the fonts on any of these templates. But we're going to just start with a blank one. And now over here in the Design tab, I can go through, and if I click Site, this is going to be the color palette I loaded up into my website builder. So I'll give it that soft peach background color. For the font, I think I use Poppins on the rest of my website, so we can change the font. And the nice thing is you can set this up once, and then you will be able to use an email you've already designed as the starting point for the rest of your emails. So you only need to do these settings one time. Actually, pull in my logo here. Okay, and then if there's any section you don't want, you can just delete it, like I don't need these lines. And we'll put my footer centered as well. Okay, great. I'm going to keep my newsletter very simple. I'm going to say hello. And then if I use the @ key, I can actually pull in the first name of people on my email list, and that will customize it. So in their inbox, it'll say, hello, Nicola, or hello, whatever their name is in their account. And that makes it nice and personal. Then I've got the body copy of my message. We'll go ahead and paste that in. And then if I wanted to add something a little more creative here, you can keep it as just text, but you can also add all kinds of elements to your email. You can add images. You can even add a video or a button. You could add your socials or a file. So if you wanted to share like a PDF of an ebook or a video file, you can do that. You can do a little like column layout where you're featuring things. This one is my favorite though. You can actually pull in a full blog post into your email or a little featured snippet. So this is a blog post, and I'm gonna go through, let's see, we'll just make the images a little bit shorter. And because everything in Podia is already connected, this link already takes you to the blog post. So someone who clicks over into this from my, who received my email newsletter and clicks this link will go see my full blog post. And I didn't have to do a ton of copy and paste. I'll give this section a little darker background. Okay, I have got my message copy ready to go. And I've got a little call out box here at the bottom with one of my recent blog posts. And I think we're looking good. If I wanted to test how this looked, I could hit the send test button. That's going to send an email to my account as the creator, and I can preview it. And otherwise, if everything's looking good, I can either send it now or schedule to send this later. Now, this send later tool is amazing. If you have a really productive day and you sit down and write 5 newsletters, you can schedule them out 5 weeks and then you're done for the next chunk of time. Your newsletter is going to run and you don't have to worry about manually sending it every single time. But for now, we're just going to click finish later. We've got it here all ready to go for when we're ready to send. And the next thing we're going to do is look at our campaigns option here. So newsletters are your one-time thing at the when I choose to send this message, everyone who matches the filter I've chosen will get it when I push send or when I schedule it. Campaigns are going to work a little differently. So I clicked new campaign. We'll say lead magnet, oops, welcome. Now, anyone who meets the entrance condition will receive the emails in my campaign. The condition for this one, since it's a lead magnet welcome, anyone who signs up for my freebie is going to start receiving these emails. Now, you can do this for any product in your business. So, anytime you have a course or coaching offer or community plan that you've launched, you can also build a welcome sequence that when someone signs up for it will automatically give them more information, can automatically include helpful links or instructions on how to get started. So this can be a very powerful tool for making people feel right at home in your business immediately when they take an action with you. For this one, they sign up for this freebie, then they're going to get our first email. And this is the one we just set up, this newsletter too. So if I choose apply, I can keep all the same formatting that I had set up in the previous email. So it's nice and quick to create more. I'm going to choose a 0-day delay. That means it'll happen immediately when someone downloads the freebie. And we'll say thanks. Then I can go through here and customize what this email says. Maybe for this one, I don't need this blog post, so I'll pull that out. But generally, nice and simple is great. I mean, you can always add more customizations and more design elements, but if you're just trying to communicate with your people, you can also keep it very, very simple. A few cool things that you can do in Podia as well. If I highlight a text and I include a link, because everything is interconnected and my email is already built in with my products and everything else, I can actually link to a product with just one click. Now, this link is going to go straight to that product sales page, and I didn't have to go find the link and copy and paste it. It's already good to go. This one, we're saying thanks for downloading. That's going to happen as soon as someone signs up for my lead magnet. Then we'll say 3 days later, I want to send them another email. So I'm going to use a previous email as a template. And this one, we can say, did you know I have a community? Maybe in this email, I want to start promoting my community to people because they've already signed up for they signed up for the free lead magnet. So I know they're interested in this topic. This is a great opportunity to start telling people about the other things you offer that they might enjoy. You can also send them things like updates about you, updates about your business. You can create a sequence that has several promotions of different products. And there's all kinds of stuff you can do with these series, and you can have them go as long as you want as well. So I'll click finish here, and now we've got our 2 emails right down here ready to go automatically when someone signs up for my freebie. Now, another way you can use this campaigns feature is if you wanted to do a sales funnel, if someone buys a certain product and you want them to buy the next product, you can actually have it be they will get emails until they make a purchase. If I was really heavily promoting my retreat, I can have an exit condition where if someone signs up for my retreat, they will no longer get the emails in this series. Okay, so I'm going to click done for now. And now I want to turn it over to you guys because I would love to hear what questions you have. Okay, we do have a question in the Q&A. Best way to convert or transfer contacts into Podia? Yeah, that's a great question. If you do have an email list somewhere else, then there's a few options. In the audience tab, you can import your email list using this option. It'll take you through an importer and it'll give you some options here. But we also offer free migrations at Podia, and that includes email. So if you already have an email list, if you sign up for a paid plan, email and product migrations are included on all paid plans, and our team will actually move your email list over for you. We can also move over some email automations and templates depending on how they're built. That is a great way to get everything moved over without having to do like a ton of manual work yourself. If I have a small audience, less than 10 people, should I start sending them broadcasts? Is there a minimum suggested to start? That's such a great question. And actually, you can start with one person because no one else knows how big your email list is. For them, it's just getting an email in their inbox. So I think start as soon as you have one subscriber because it'll help you build the habit. It'll help it feel easier. You'll come up with ideas faster. And it's a great way to just like get that practice going for when your list does grow. And if you are in the growing phase, do think about adding a lead magnet to your website. That's been one of the best ways we've seen for people to get their list numbers up. But yeah, no, you're the only person who knows how many people are on your list. So if you have 1,000 or you have 10, it's all going to people who care about what you're doing. They're there because they're interested in your topic. Ah, yes, awesome. So click link tags and email campaigns are a great way to show some advanced segmentation. Yes. Okay, so I just clicked into a campaign. Now, on this link, I've got the option to add a tag to everyone who clicks on this link. So that means that if someone clicks on this link, I could say they are interested in course, for example. And I could save that. So now anyone who clicks on this is going to get that tag next to their name in my audience. And in the future, if I wanted to send a broadcast, I could send it to the people who are tagged with interested in course. So only the people who have this tag will get an email about the course. And I could also filter it to where only people who do not have that course will get this email. That was this overnight course, I believe. They are interested in the course, but they do not have the course. This email can be super targeted. I can share a coupon. I can say, hey, like, here's what you'll get inside. Here, we're running a limited time sale, or just make this very, very targeted for someone who has clicked on that link and seen your sales page, but they haven't purchased yet. There's so much you can do with these filters here. And if you do build a filter that's a bit more complex like this, like they have a tag and they don't have a product and they do have some other field, you can save that as a segment. So if you want to use it often, you can have it as just like one of your built-in segments. I think that's going to wrap us up for today. Thank you all so much for coming and learning more about Podia email and how to set up your newsletter, get some people on your email list, start thinking about those campaigns. Thank you all so much, and we hope to see you for the next one.